Hey everyone, it's Rich Tola, and thanks for tuning in to Tola Talks. Because who doesn't want to gorge themselves at the buffet table, especially around the holidays? Not. Well, we're going to be talking about that today because today I have a special guest, Kevin Aksaki. He's the owner and founder of Gauchos Brazilian restaurant. So I got a chance to interview Kevin at the restaurant as well as take a look at the place on a Saturday night, a busy Saturday night. So we're going to check that out a little later. But let's get started today with a few celebrity shout-outs. Why not? Let's do it. Today, 50 years old. Who are we talking about? Bobby Flay, reality TV personality, celebrity chef, author. I mean, he's everything, this guy. He's been around a while, too. Bobby Flay owns a bunch of restaurants, and when he was 8 years old, Bobby said he requested an Easy Bake Oven for Christmas. His father, he wanted him to have a G.I. Joe, so guess what? He got both. And yeah, the very first thing he used with the oven, he put the G.I. Joe inside and voila, soldier pot pie. Well, anyway, congratulations to Bobby Flay. He's also into thoroughbred horse racing. I want to give a shout out to my buddy Jimmy V. Knows him well from New York City. I think they own some horses together or have in the past. So, hey, congrats to Bobby Flay on his 50th birthday. And say hello to his wife, Stephanie March. I'm a big fan of hers. She was, you might remember her from the Law and Order SVU. Yeah, so check it out. How about Kenneth Branagh? He's 54 today. Yeah, actor. He made his debut in Chariots of Fire back in 1981. Love that movie. But you might know him most recently. He's directing the new Cinderella movie. That's with Lily James, Kate Blanchett, and Helena Bonham Carter's in that. That's going to be pretty cool. Looking forward to it. He also directed Frankenstein with Robert De Niro and Helena Bonham Carter back in 1994. And of course, Thor with Chris Hemsworth and Natalie Portman. Remember that from 2011. Here's a rest in peace birthday shout out. Remember Michael Clark Duncan? Huge guy. He's actually 6'4.5", but they made him look like he was a monster in The Green Mile. Love that film with Tom Hanks. I mean, that was an awesome one. He would have been 57 today. You know, he died a few years back of a heart attack. Rest in peace to Michael. He's also in the movie Armageddon. I mean, I loved him in that. He played Bear. Remember that movie with Bruce Willis? And it was actually Bruce Willis who got him the role in The Green Mile. Bruce Willis called the director for him and said, hey, I think he'd make a great choice for that role. And hey, way to go, Bruce. I mean, I could use some more friends in Hollywood, so maybe you'll make a phone call on my behalf. Yeah, we'll see. All right, let's go around the globe for the latest news. You know, we like to do this. Let's get started with this one. We're calling it The Wait is Over. What are we talking about? Detroit. The city of Detroit is emerging from bankruptcy. Chapter 9 bankruptcy today. Check it out. The wait is over. Yeah, they're coming out of bankruptcy. They're emerging with a plan, check this out, to slash $7 billion in expenses, right? And they want to reinvest $1.4 billion over the next 10 years into city services. I mean, I don't know what this all hubbub's about. All they needed to do was give the keys of the city to Eminem in exchange for one concert, the proceeds from one concert. Well, actually, they did ask Eminem about doing that, but you know what he said? Well, he gave the keys back because they gave him the keys a while ago. He gave them back when they went into bankruptcy. So much for that. All right, how about this next story? We're calling it 005. Wait a minute. 007, James Bond? Why not? Because, did you hear about this? Yeah, it's one of the, he's one of the greatest Secret Service agents of all time. Well, guess what? They had 5 cars stolen in Germany from the set of Spectre. Spectre is the new film that's coming out, directed by Sam Mendes. We reported this with Daniel Craig, right? Well, 5 of the cars were stolen. There was 1 Range Rover and 4 other luxury vehicles, which totaled about $1 million. Yeah, I mean, check it out. The good news is none of the 5 were that fancy schmancy, the Aston Martin, the new DB10 that they're making. They're making 10 of those for the film. Yeah, none of those were stolen. Yeah, but the bad news is now all the villains in the film, including Christoph Waltz, who I love him. He's awesome. They got to drive a 1980 souped up Pinto. So much for that. That was the last year they made the Pinto in the U.S. I don't know if you remember. It had a V6 engine. So, hey, souping those babies up. Never know. All right, let's move on. We're calling this What Happens in Vegas Stays in Vegas. Everybody knows that, right? You go to Vegas, you don't take those memories back with you. Well, check this out. This morning, a SWAT team, the news was reported this morning that a SWAT team rushed to MGM Grand Hotel and Casino, which you know is the second largest hotel in the world, 6,800 rooms. I mean, it's huge. They were called there for what is called a dynamic event. What are you talking about, a dynamic event? They said that a subject, was failing to respond to police officers and was potentially suicidal. Yeah, guess what? It was Charlie Sheen locked up in a room with a couple of porn stars and said he wasn't coming out until he got his job back on 2.5 Men. Well, guess what? The good news is they said they got everything under control. Well, the bad news is Lorne Michaels called and said, hey, Charlie, forget about it. Oh, I like that one. All right, here we go. Did you guys hear about this elevator? I don't know. This another fancy elevator, another Germany story, right? It's an elevator that's magnetic. Not only that, it moves both horizontally and vertically. So this thing is going to revolutionize the elevator industry, which you know is about 160 years old, right? Mr. Otis, back in 1854. Well, he actually debuted in 1853 at the New York City World's Fair, but it went into production, I guess, about 160 years ago. Well, guess what? It's turning it on its head. Why? Because these new elevators are going to be faster, quicker, no more waiting. You know, they're going to zip around using the same. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. They turn on their side. You got to go check it out on the internet. Yeah. Well, the good news is there's faster and no more waiting. Yeah, the bad news is for all those entrepreneurs out there with the elevator pitch, forget about it. There we go again. You guys know the elevator pitch, right? You got to pitch in 30, 60 seconds it takes to get up there. Well, nowadays the elevators take so long. You got a long time to pitch. But, so much for the pitches, guys. Well, on that note, let's move over to the Get Your Shit Together award, because this is kind of interesting. I don't know if you read about this. Very interesting. This is involving an Ivy League professor. We talked about the Ivy League recently, right? Well, what are we talking about? We're going over to Boston, Harvard. We're going to Harvard Business School, no less, which, by the way, Harvard has an endowment close to $37 billion with a B, by the way. Well, here we go. This Harvard business professor specializing in online advertising fraud. Go figure. Well, guess what? He goes to a local Chinese restaurant called Sichuan Garden, right, locally, and he gets overcharged by $4. Why does he get overcharged? He gets overcharged because the online menu had the main dishes priced $1 less than what he actually got charged in the restaurant. So there you go. The guy gets overcharged. What does he do? He threatens to sue. He whips out the Massachusetts Consumer Protection Statute. I mean, he's kind of all this legal mumbo jumbo. He's going to sue this local person because, they screwed him for $4. Well, guess what they did? They refunded him $12, 3 times the money, and they said, look, we're really sorry. We're going to go update the online menu, and sorry for overcharging him. Well, guess what? I think this guy's got to get his shit together, this Harvard professor, because first of all, if it was something that was done, that they didn't know that it was online, I mean, a lot of times, I have so many sites that it takes me 3-4 days to update. When you make one minor change, you got to spend days to update your website. So, hey, you're talking a local business here. Maybe they didn't know they did it. Now, if they did it purposely, yeah, of course, that's a different story. But if they didn't, you got to get your shit together. You can't come down on these people threatening to sue for $3-4. I mean, you got your money back. That's cool. Be cool with that. I don't know, this whole concept of getting all up in arms over things that sometimes people make honest mistakes. If it was an honest mistake, you got to get your shit together and don't go crazy about this because you can cost these people their business. Again, if it was done unknowingly, they took time to update the site, who knows? But don't just go threatening people over $4. I mean, come on, you got to get your shit together. I mean, that's for sure. And speaking of WTF, we're talking WTF Wednesday. That's what today is, right? And by the way, if you want to see all the previous shows, check out my website, right? They're all on there. So are the MP3s, because we want to bring you this show both on YouTube, right? YouTube.com/Tola Talks, or on my website so that you can listen to the MP3s in radio format, right? Check it out, or follow me on social at Rich Tola. You follow me and learn all sorts of cool stuff. See those pictures, maybe some of those nude pics we talked about yesterday. Well, anyway, speaking of WTF, let's get to a WTF story because I want to get to the Kevin Aksaki interview, and you're going to like that. Stay tuned. All right, WTF Wednesday. So what are we talking about? We're talking about all sorts of people out there who get offended over things that are unintentional. Here's a good example. Kansas City, Missouri, right? We're talking Hallmark Cards Incorporated. Everybody knows Hallmark. I mean, I buy Hallmark cards. Matter of fact, I'm going today to buy Christmas cards for my family. Well, they had to remove a blue and silver gift wrap from circulation after a customer complained that they saw a swastika in this wrap. Well, first of all, the gift wrap was distributed by Walgreens, which no longer carries the gift wrap. Secondly, it was featured in a Hanukkah display, but it wasn't meant to be, the gift wrap wasn't meant to be for Hanukkah gifts. It just featured it in a display, and the complaint came from a Walgreens customer in Northridge, California. So here we go. Not too far from me, Northridge. Somebody complained on Monday and that there was a problem. Well, guess what? The store learned of it, and they said, no problem. It was an oversight. We're removing it all, and, we didn't really intend it to be a swastika, which is kind of like you could see it in the picture. So there's always going to be something that somebody gets offended by, like WTF. I mean, you could be offended by anything. I mean, what about all these nude pics with Kim Kardashian and Jennifer Lawrence? I mean, you know what? Somebody can come out and say, oh, guess what? I can't have sex any longer. Why? Because my booty's not big enough, or, my breasts are too flat, or my body's too dry. Well, guess what? Go eat more donuts to get that big booty, put some baby oil on you for the oil, and go get a breast implants. I mean, come on. You can't make all this hubbub over things that aren't really intentional, right? It's not intentional to have a swastika. They're not offending. Why are they offending you? Look away from that. It's like if you choose to go look at porn, well, that's what you choose to look at. Don't. It's not offensive. It's not offensive. It's not intended to be offensive. Or a lot of these things are. So I really think, people out there, you got to get your shit together. It's like WTF. I mean, what's the problem? Why are you making such a big deal? Because big deals cost time and money. It's always about time and money. Who's got time and money to throw away, especially around the holidays? So look what you're doing. It probably cost somebody their job because there was an oversight. Hey, let it go. Don't be so offended. Don't take things so seriously. You got to look at it, laugh at these situations. Again, it's unintentional. You got to look at the intent, people. Like WTF, what's the intent? If it was purposeful and it was meant to degrade people, well, then, but we haven't talked swastikas for like 100 years. I mean, how many years ago? I don't know. To me, this is something that you can't get all up in arms about, people. There's far more important things to worry about in society than getting upset over something that was an oversight. Forget about it. You got to do that, people. WTF. Wow, man, I don't want to get fired up over this, but to me, it makes no sense whatsoever, okay? But complain all you want. That's the way it goes, and people have to respond to it. Next. Boom. All right, so here we go. What are we talking about? Gauchos, Brazilian restaurant. Check it out. Had a really good time interviewing my friend Kevin, and looking forward to it. So let's check it out, and we'll be back. Hey guys, I'm here with Kevin Aksaki, the owner of Gauchos Brazilian Steakhouse. Wanted to take a look around here. I've known Kevin for about 2 years. So let's see what he's got to say. So Kevin, let's talk a little bit about this 15 years you have this business, right?
That's right.
And how did it start? I mean, you've been in the restaurant business. I know you came here from Brazil.
Right.
How many years ago?
25 years ago.
25 years ago, and you've had this business for 15. So take us back. I mean, it took you 10 years to get the business. How did that work?
15 years. Oh, okay. From the time I got here until I opened my business.
Yeah,
I first went to Salt Lake City, Utah as an exchange student, and I lived there from 1990 to 96, and worked in the restaurant business there, as I did back home in Brazil. My family are in bar, hotel, and restaurant.
You grew up on a farm, right?
That's right, dairy farmer, from a dairy farmer's son to Salt Lake
City. You mean like
Utah.
the cows, milk of the
cows, goats, sheep. And then from Salt Lake City, I moved to LA in 1996 after graduating from college in Utah.
Okay.
And I've been here ever since. Worked for Fox TV for a while, DirecTV, and then I quit those jobs and decided to open my
your
restaurant.
passion is your passion
food?
food?
My dream, yeah. Okay. Everything I wanted, and I've been doing this for 15 years now.
15 years. They're at another location. Amazing. I mean, this place, I love this place because this is more New York Steakhouse to me.
This is my third restaurant. So we finally came to the point that I now have the dream restaurant that I always wanted.
It's awesome. I mean, the food's awesome. I mean, talk about the clientele. I mean, is it local? We're in Glendale, California. We're about 3 or 4 miles north of downtown. If you're familiar with it, it's a booming market. I mean, you guys have been growing, and I come in here, there's 300 people in here. Remember we did the soccer tournament. You guys, well, from Brazil, of course. Well, that's a touchy subject.
His mom is a great soccer fan.
That's right. That's right. So, no, I remember going over to the other restaurant. I mean, you have the ladies that dance. Talk about that, the entertainment.
Yeah, we have, besides presenting the most authentic Brazilian cuisine in LA, because we are from Brazil. One of my chefs during the daytime is my sister. We all learn from our mom. This is my mom's recipe. And in the evening also, we also have a Brazilian chef. So we cook on charcoal open fire, not gas. Our barbecue is amazing, follow the traditional rules. And we also offer, besides the food, entertainment on the weekends. Samba dancers. We have entertainments Fridays and Saturdays nights, and it's amazing.
Samba dancers, the ladies in full regalia, dancing around, and they engage the crowd. They get people off their seats, right? You have a good time.
We bring Brazil to you, so you don't have to fly to Brazil to experience a little bit of our culture. We bring it to you here in Glendale, 135 North Maryland, Glendale, California.
Awesome location. You got to come check us out. We're going to take a look around the restaurant. We're also going to show you what it's like on a Saturday night when it's packed. Right. I mean, we're doing this in the morning here to show you sort of what the restaurant looks like when it's sort of getting ready for the action. But we're going to cut to a piece there. But let's take a look around. Let's show us around the restaurant. We'll be back.
This is my favorite area in the restaurant.
Oh, I like this.
This is a custom-built leather booth.
Oh, yeah.
This is my favorite area. So if you're looking for a party up to 40 people, you can sit in the side. The other side accommodate another 60.
Great for holiday parties.
Yeah, this is a great area for private parties. We didn't have these 2 separate locations on the previous address. And here we have this side is kind of the bar area for the crowd who likes a little bit more, a
little livelier, right?
Noise and fun.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about these little these guys here. Yeah.
When you come to our restaurant, you help yourself. Our concept is unlimited visit to the hot buffet and salad bar, and unlimited meat cut to tableside. At lunchtime, we offer 10 different cuts. At dinner time, we offer 16. So it's unlimited. Once you help yourself with the salad or the hot dish appetizers, you can come to your table and flip this from red to green. Means your table is now open for the meat carvers, meat servers.
The Gauchos. The Gauchos come around, they cut the meat right at your table.
Right. And you can take a break. Whenever you feel that there's too much meat in your plate, you can flip this back to red so they won't bother you. And when you're ready for more meat, back to green. And that's how we roll at Gauchos.
Let me tell you, what a great concept. It's all you can eat. The food buffet is amazing. I mean, you're talking full bars, and you have authentic drinks, right? You have authentic Brazilian drinks?
We offer, besides all the American drinks, we offer traditional Brazilian cocktails. We have a full bar. We have 24 microbrewery
on tap there. Nice.
And we also have wine, red and white, on tap as well. And it's a full bar.
Let's take a look at the main restaurant area here.
I also like to mention that our wine selection it's pretty big because we do sell a lot of wine. After all, it's a steakhouse. This is the second area of the restaurant. The one that's closer to the buffet area.
Here, let's take a quick look. I'm going to pan. So this is where the buffet is, which is awesome. You just come up and it's sort of tucked away over there. I was here for Thanksgiving. I mean, what a great event. The food is amazing.
I cooked for the first time
on
Thanksgiving. We opened for the first time, and I decided to cook, besides what we offer here, Brazilian style, all-you-can-eat barbecue. I also added the American side of it, which is traditional turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, gravy, cranberry sauce, and all the good stuff. It was amazing. It was
truly authentic, homegrown.
Our hostess area. This is the main entrance.
We're going right outside here. What I love over here,
we have this amazing.
Check it out, little Ben Franklin. I love Ben Franklin. Here, let's get in this shot, you and I. Let me see if I can do this here. All right, guys. So here I am with Kevin Aksaki. We're over at Gauchos Brazilian Restaurant, Bar, and Grill. It's a lounge. It's everything. I mean, you guys got to come check it out. All right, so what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to show you what it's like on a busy Saturday night with the ladies, huh? Check it out. Gauchos Village Bar and Lounge. It's open. Glendale. And give us the social here. What's your social sites?
You can find us on Facebook under the name Gauchos Village, and also our website is gauchosvillage.com. You can also find us on Instagram and Twitter, Gauchos Village. Looking forward to have you guys here, and
tell them Tola Talk sent you. I said tell them Tola Talk sent you.
Yeah, whenever you come, you say that you mentioned that Rich Tola sent you, and we'll get a complimentary drink.
Nice. All right, guys, that's it. All right, thanks, Kevin.
Thanks.
So there you go. What you think? I mean, really cool place, right? You want to get filled. You want to gorge at the buffet table. Check out Gauchos. Really good spot. A lot of fun. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed the interview. Thanks again, and hope to see you over there. Remember, mention my name. So that's our show for today, folks. Yeah, we're looking forward to having a really cool week for you. May have another interview in store on Friday. Matter of fact, I even went to Cooper Phillip. You know, I interviewed Cooper Phillip 21-year-old Russian singer-songwriter. She's awesome. Went to see her last night at the Hotel Cafe. So I got a couple clips on my iPhone 5. So might be bringing those to you on Friday. But if you want to check out Cooper's interview, go check it out. And on my website, you'll find her, as well as in the Rich Picks, the best of the best, and in the live music. She's featured in 2 songs. Check her out, and we'll bring some music to you on Friday. I'm Rich Tola, and remember, dreams do come true. But hey, what do I know?